So this is probably like, I'll be working out after this. So think of this as like a great warm up to get your core started, but also to kind of find out where the fundamentals of Pilates can come into play here. So you'll need either like a washcloth or a small towel, something that you can like slide on the ground. If you have more carpeted, like space that you work out on, then use like a slider or a paper plate or something that'll smoothly glide over that surface. So we're going to start on our back here. You can wear socks or no socks, doesn't matter. And start by like finding where you can like rock your pelvis back and forth by using your core. So belly button draws in and your spine kind of imprints down onto the ground. Make sure the ribs wrap and that you're not squeezing through your glutes. So it's all of that energy coming from just the core. And you'll start to feel kind of like a band of muscles across the hips there, across the pelvis from the ASIS from one side to the next. And that's what's kind of like pulling everything up and in. So just bringing that awareness to the area here, and I'll start to reach the arms up. And next time you pelvic tilt into posterior, hold that position. Then lift head, neck, and shoulders up using more core strength, hands down by the hips. Start into what's called 100 pumps. You inhale for 5 pumps. You exhale for 5 pumps. So it looks and sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now start to lift one leg into tabletop and then the other into tabletop, holding head, neck, and shoulders lifted. And you can start to play around with like the legs, either they're long or they're lowered, but just make sure, keep an eye on the belly button. So as the legs lower and lift, make sure the belly button doesn't kind of like poof up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lift, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more rounds. 2, 5. Exhale out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out. Hold the legs up. Reach for the left leg. Lower the right leg down. This is called a scissor leg kick. You exhale quickly. Switch. Switch. Holding yourself lifted so you don't even have to grab onto the leg if you didn't want to, but pointing through the toes, reaching up towards the ceiling. Head, neck, and shoulders are lifted, not because of the neck, but because of the core. For 3 more each side. 2, 2, final, 1, 1. Pull the knees into the chest, rest the head down, rock side to side. Okay. All right, and then rolling onto your side here. We don't need that washcloth just yet, but with your bottom hand wrapping around the body here, heels, hips, heart, head, all in line, and your front hand is right in front of that bottom shoulder. Press yourself up and start to rotate to look down towards the ground, and then carefully lower yourself back down. Okay, so now while all this is happening, notice I've got a little bit of space under my obliques there. That's because core is definitely involved to help to keep the spine long and lengthened. Okay, now start to lengthen the top leg out, hold it up and lifted as you continue with that single arm press up. 4 more. 3. Hold that lift in 2. And final 1. Reach the arm out and away. Pull back underneath of you. Twist, but don't hug yourself. Watch where the hand goes. So really try to like rotate yourself around. Reach out, away, rotate under, back up towards the ceiling. Reach out, away. Meanwhile, that top leg is lifted. Toes are pointed, reaching for 3 more. Last 2. Oh my God, my right arm is on fire. Last 1. Okay, then place that hand down. Using core strength, lift up into a 3-legged tabletop, keeping that top leg lifted. Lower and lift that top leg down onto the ground and back up again. And notice how nothing else in the body is moving here. So as that leg lifts, you're not dropping into the low back. As it lowers, you're not hunching the back here. Keep it neutral, no movement from the pelvis and up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to reach that left arm and right leg. Or I guess if your left leg is the one that's moving, just do opposite arm, opposite leg. Then start to pull knee in, reach out for bird dog reaches. Okay, now check in with your other foot, tuck the toes underneath if they're not already there. And without missing a beat, can you lift and hover that knee off the ground? Oh yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2 more, and 1. Place both hands down, hover the knees, pull back into your downward dog. Pedal out the feet a couple times. Maybe shake out the head. All right, and now from there, so still turning to the side that we were just working, but this time into a side plank position. So let's, that was too complicated. Move yourself forward, forward plank. Turn towards the side you were just facing into that side plank position. Reach the top arm up. And now from here, hips pike, reach for your back foot or ankle. Lift back up, side plank. Reach. Exhale, pull the hips up, dive the head down, and reach the hand back behind you. Inhale, reach. 5 more, 7 total. If you want to make it more challenging, walk the feet up towards the hand to make the space a little smaller so that the obliques stay turned on the entire time. Don't bend the knees. If you need to, though, that's your modification. So it would look a little bit like this. Bend the knees, reach up, press. Last 2. Otherwise, keep the legs straight, opening up through the chest. Final 1. Come back into your plank position. Knees wide, big toes touch, child's pose. All right. From there, swing the legs around to the other side. Coming down onto the ground, heels, hips, heart, and head all in line. Your bottom arm swings underneath of you and gives yourself a hug around the rib cage. Top arm places down in front of the bottom shoulder. Using that core strength and upper body strength, start pressing away from the ground and rotating yourself towards your mat here, okay? So it's not just like, it's not the arm that's doing all of the work. It's the core that's helping. It's the spine that's stabilizing. And then when you're ready, when it feels like this is like, okay, I got a good rhythm down, then start to reach top arm, top leg. Hold that top leg lifted and continue reaching the arm up towards the ceiling and back out again. And then challenge yourself, move even slower until you like just barely kiss the ground and then reach back out again. Final 3. Last 2. Final 1. Reach out, that hand places down, use core strength to lift up, hold that top leg lifted, and start to lower down, tap onto the ground, heel up, toes down, core involved, belly button in. Imagine you've got like a fire pit underneath of your belly. You're trying not to get licked by the flames, meaning the belly doesn't go down, come back up, hold everything still, and then when you're ready from there, opposite arm, opposite leg, start to reach away, holding that length in the spine, strengthen the core. Then start to pull knee to elbow. Kicking out through the heel. Now start to tuck the toes, the other leg underneath. Readjust here if you need to. Bringing the feet in or the hands and knees a little closer together might help with your foundation here. And then without missing a beat, from here, can you start to lift? Oh, this is my more challenging side. Holding that lift and continuing to stabilize through the pelvis, lengthen through the spine, strengthen through the core. 3 more. 2. 1, place the hand down, foot down, downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Shake out the head. And then move forward into your plank position. Turn back towards the side of the mat that you had at the beginning, coming into your side plank position. And from here, reach the arm back behind you, pike the hips up, and repeat for 6 more, 7 total. Now, as you're piking your hips up, it's like somebody's like trying to punch you in the gut. Pull the belly button away from it as you reach back behind you. Find that lift of the pelvic floor. We got 4 more. Final 3. Okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea to wear socks. 2. If you have sticky socks, that might work. Final 1. Okay, come back into your plank. Child's pose. All right. From here, laying down onto our bellies. right onto front side, getting ready to work through extension. So lower yourself down, hands place out goalpost style. Okay, keep the forehead down onto the ground for now. These are called scarecrows. Okay, so think about a scarecrow in a field, keeping the tops of the feet down onto the ground, but lifting the knees off of the ground. So very strong, active legs here. Pubic bone pressing down, belly button lifting up. And from there, as you inhale, lift up into extension. Bring the arms with you. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. We got 4 more, 7 total. Where we're going to hold this lift. Make sure you don't feel any kind of pinch in the low back. If you do, bending the knees, crossing the ankles might feel a little better. Last one. Hold here. Arms open out into a T. Lower and lift the arms while you hold your extension. 6, 5. Are the feet still pushing down? Pubic bone down. Belly button trying to lift. Spine lengthen. 3, 2, hold the lift. Last one. Turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Bring the hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Pull back into a deeper extension. Then lower down onto the right cheek. Rest. Bend the knees. Cross the ankles. Over here is a double leg kick. So you're going to cross, or I guess not cross, but bend, lengthen the legs away, lift off of the mat, head, heart, hands, feet. Then as you bend the knees, lower back down, kick, double leg kick, reach back out, pull away, lift. Cross the ankles in a different way, kick after you lower down, reach away. Meaning, so like right ankle was just on top, so now it's underneath. Kick, reach out, away, hold this extension and lift. Bring the hands out, back underneath of you. Tuck the toes, keep the knees lifted. Hold like you're holding a plank, and then start to press yourself up. From there, you lower down 3 seconds into your push-up position. So keep all the muscles in the body active as you lower down for 3, 2, 1. Power up. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's not really powering up, but try to get up in like 1 second. Or 2 more. If you need to, you probably won't. You can drop down to the knees. Oh my God. For the last 1, 2, 3. And raise back up. Pull back. Child's pose. Reach the arms off to one side. And then off to the other. All right, and that was just a little bit of a taste then of Pilates. Hope you liked it, and let me know if you want. So, here we go. What we're going to do is lay onto our side. Doesn't matter which side, we're going to come right to the next side. So this is just like another 3 minutes. So I just checked the video time and it was 12 on the last one. So this will be a total of 15 minutes here. All right, so you're laying on your side. If it feels too bony for you, just roll back to find some meaty portion of your hip and start from there. But the goal here is to lift the obliques, pull the belly button in, transverse abdominis wrapping, and the top arm can stay up towards the ceiling or kind of like rest down onto the hips. Meanwhile, your other hand is on that washcloth out at about another 45-degree angle. So your body is making a V here. From take an inhale, push down into the washcloth, and as you exhale, slide it towards you, lift the legs up into what's called a teaser position, okay? Modify, bend the knees, reach the arms either down by the side or up a little higher while pulling the belly button in. Then from there, roll yourself back out into your start position. Challenge yourself, keep the legs lifted the entire time, so don't let them drop down onto the ground. Now what I like to do is hold the bottom leg, so this is my left leg, underneath of my right, and kind of use it as a support system. So my bottom leg is lifting the top leg up, rather than like if they were separated, they might do a little bit of like wonkiness like that. You kind of lose the efficiency of the movement. Let's do 2 more. That was 5. Here's 6. And then 1 more. You're going to hold that teaser at the top, and from there, lower one leg and the other. One leg and the other, back into our scissor leg kick. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down, lay onto your side. Good. And take a side body stretch, reach. Top arm up overhead. Okay. Then coming up into a kneeling position before we come to the other side. So you're going to take your washcloth, open it out, maybe like roll it or whatever you can do to get it shoulder width. I'm going to show you what this looks like from this side. So thigh stretch is what it's called. Tops of the feet, shins pushing down onto the earth, arms reaching and pulling apart on your towel. And from here, you lean back, holding that nice straight line from knees all the way to the top of the head, and exhale to pull yourself forward. Inhale and exhale. Now your goal is to try and keep that nice line straight the entire time. So if you're starting to like lean back, this is not what we want. If you're starting to pull the hips back, that's not what we want. And if you're breaking that line, so if you're coming back and then pulling the hips back and then forward, that's not what we want either. Keep yourself efficient and make sure you're not cheating yourself here. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. And final one. The goal is, can you add that resistance or that make yourself into a lever and hold the core involved here and the spine long. All right, so coming on to the other side. Deep, deep, deep. For that teaser. Oh, that was not a good idea. Okay, well, let's make it work. All right, so rolling onto your hip, legs and arm out at about a 45-degree angle, top arm lifted. Remember your bottom leg, you kind of want it as a scooper for your top leg. From here, you exhale, pull belly button up, in, away from the ground, lift the leg, slide your slider towards you, come up into that teaser position for 7, 6, 5 more. Pelvic floor lift, belly button in, ribs wrap. 3. Oh, this side is much easier. 2. And that's kind of like the benefit of Pilates. You get to feel out where your imbalances are and then work on them. Last one, hold. Scissor leg kick. 7, 6, 5. If you need to, bend the knees. If your hamstring flexibility isn't there, or even bring the hands back behind you. 2, 1, 1. Whee! Okay, it's funny that I forgot about the washcloth, but add that on to the last video and you'll be good to go. Have fun.